Howdy everyone, it's me once again, the one and only Killer Rodan. And today, I'm going to be reviewing a really old film titled The Big Boss, starring none other than Bruce Lee himself. So yeah, of course I'm going to be reviewing an old film. I'm usually doing that anyway. Of course, as always, let's get into the story of this, shall we? Yeah.
Bruce Lee plays a character named Jing, if I'm pronouncing that name correctly. He's from the mainland China who moves to Thailand to live with his cousins and work at this ice factory where he gets a job pretty much. He's our lead character in this film, folks. He's pretty much the young man who swore an oath of non-violence, works with his cousins in this factory where they mysteriously begin to disappear. And this pretty much casts the attention of a main character because, well, he finds this particularly odd. And there's something behind this for some sort of reason. Yeah, he is a city boy who moves with his cousins to work at this place. He does this with their family promise to never get involved in any fights because they view the more peaceful route to be more effective. However, when certain members of his family begin to disappear after meeting up with the manager of this factory, the resulting mystery and of course and the pressures force him to break his vow and take on the villain, the Big Boss. This film was really good if you ask me, folks. This was one of the best martial arts films I've seen, and I've seen many martial arts films in the past, and I really liked this one. In 1971, when this film was released, this was the highest grossing film of all time in Hong Kong, beating out the American production, The Sound of Music. The Big Boss was actually based on a true story of this person, this Chinese man who fought the tyrants in Thailand. He lived at the end of the 1800s and beginning of the 20th century. A memorial statue of him was placed in a garden in a certain area for more than 80 years ago. I did like the music that was composed for this film, folks. The entire movie does have a certain touch to it, which I like. So the music that was made for this film was actually nicely done. It does help the film to have a certain feel to it, folks. The Big Boss is definitely worth your time. It's not a bad movie at all. I like how this film is constructed and overall how everything's pretty much executed. So yeah, folks, we have the characters are pretty likable and the overall story wasn't too bad. And the story was pretty good if you ask me. I do like how the fight scenes take place in various areas. It's not just in one location. So that's pretty good, folks. And I did like how this film was pretty much edited together. And I did like how this film was photographed. The scenery was nicely filmed. The scenes don't come off choppy. They don't come off pretty much clunky or anything. And I did like how overall it was done, really. This was a particularly well-made film. It was really well shot, if you ask me, folks. It really, really was. I mean, yeah, this film is very low budget, but it doesn't come off like a cheap, low-budget film. I like the budget that this film had. So yeah, folks, all in all, The Big Boss, starring Bruce Lee, is a very well-crafted martial art film. And yeah, here's a guy that's the main character. Funny how we can't even get a film for Chun-Li. She's a martial artist, and she stars in a video game that have martial arts in it. So why can't we have a good movie with her as the main lead? That's something I never understood. I don't know. Maybe just Hollywood being lazy, I guess, or maybe too scared. We didn't have Cammy White in it. Both of these female characters are my favorite characters from the Street Fighter series. Have them be starred in their own martial arts films. I don't know. Maybe I can make that movie instead of just complaining about it, I guess. Well, anyway, folks, this is a fast-paced, action-packed film that's definitely worth your time. So yeah, all in all, folks, I really enjoy this film. I'm a Bruce Lee fan anyway, so of course I want to get all these films on Blu-ray. So yeah, anyway, folks, this film it does have a pretty good story for the time. I did like how the story was constructed. Yeah, sure, it didn't have the biggest budget in the world, but I did like the storyline for this film, folks. I always liked when movies use the whole traveling kind of thing as a part of the storyline. So that makes the story pretty interesting if you ask me. Having characters going from place to another. Yeah, our main character in this film had traveled from a different place to help out with the family business, so to speak, I guess, with the whole ice factory. So yeah, folks, all in all, I can say that I really enjoyed it, of course. So this film is particularly good in many ways, if you ask me. I like the dialogue, and I want to get the original version of this film, folks. I'm reviewing the American dubbed version of this film, so of course it may not include all the scenes or all the original dialogue or all the original soundtrack, sadly. And that's definitely going to be a difficult find for me. Find the complete version of this film is going to be a treasure, I guess. But anyway, so yeah, folks. Yeah, Bruce Lee does a pretty good job in here as the main character, of course. Trying to be the hero, to attempt to do what's right and help out the innocent. I guess that kind of makes him like a superhero kind of thing, I guess. So yeah, all in all, folks, a well-crafted film, I must say. The English dubbing of this film isn't particularly good, I should say. I didn't like the dubbing that was done for this film. The dubbing was kind of bad, so it kind of takes away from the enjoyment from this film. I'm just giving you the heads up. If anybody have not seen this film as of yet, if you do watch the American version of this film, the dubbing itself isn't exactly top notch. It kind of makes the film seem kind of silly, unnecessarily. But still, I'll say check this film out, folks. If you can get the original version of this film, be my guest. I haven't seen the original cut of this film, folks, but I'm pretty damn sure that it's much better than this version. But I guess for what it's worth, this film isn't too bad, I guess. And all in all, I can say, folks, I really like this film quite a bit. So yeah, I did like this film. I say I recommend it. It's not that bad. If you're definitely a Bruce Lee fan and you haven't seen this film for some reason, go out and buy it. It's also out on Blu-ray as well, and it's on regular DVD, so you have your choice to get it. I'm a DVD kind of person, but I can get it on Blu-ray anyway, I guess. I guess it really depends on what the movie is. I'll get it on Blu-ray or not, I guess. But either way, this film is definitely worth your time, folks. I really enjoyed it. Oh yeah. It's definitely not a bad movie. In many ways, this film really helped to break through Asian actors and actresses at the time, so that's good. Yeah, at the time of this film release, the film studios, well, many of them anyway, didn't take Asian actors and actresses seriously because they're from a different country. But Bruce Lee himself proved them wrong. So if anything, this film did do something right, I guess you can say. So that's pretty cool. Asian actors and actresses can actually be good, but at the time of this film's release, they were usually dismissed just because of their ethnic background, which is racist, I guess you can say, because it's just ignorant. But anyway, times have changed, of course. I guess in some ways, these movies that Bruce Lee starred in had something to do with that, I guess. So this film did do something right, I guess you can say. So yeah, that's pretty badass right there if you ask me. Oh yeah.
So yeah, folks, I really like this film. It wasn't too bad, I suppose. So yeah, all in all, this was a very solid martial arts film. And it was really enjoyable, if you ask me, because the fight scenes were pretty good. It was well choreographed. It was really intense. Like it should be. Our main character of the story is, of course, a hero. He's trying to be the good guy here. Not only that, it does have a pretty good story to it. It has a pretty solid story as well, which of course is a good thing. It's something I wouldn't mind watching again one of these days. It definitely gets a thumbs up for me. That's for damn sure. Oh yeah. The acting isn't too bad, I guess, it's just not too bad. This film may not win any Oscar awards for acting, but in my brutal, honest opinion, the acting in here is actually pretty solid. If you actually, you can tell that people were actually attempting to give some effort in the acting overall. So yeah, it's not that bad, folks. If you're asking me, it's not really that bad. No. The Big Boss gets an overall rating of a 7.3 out of 10. It gets a 7.3 out of 10. As always, thanks for watching, and take care. See ya.